These are the notes for N46 logarithmic equations. Let's look at a concept right quick, whether or not the logarithmic function will cross the origin. Whenever the log of x is equal to 0, you can see that x equals 1, and we can see that it is not going to cross 0. So as we work these problems, just remember x cannot be less than 0. It has to be greater than 0. Okay, the laws of logs is what we're going to use today, so make sure you have these notes and you reference them as we work these problems. Okay, number 1, the log base 3 of 4x minus 7 is equal to 2. Okay, that means that 3 to the second power is equal to 4x minus 7, and when we solve for x, we get x equals 4. Example number 2, we're going to take the left side of the equation and use the law of logs to rewrite that expression as log base 5 x squared equals log base 5, 9. Okay, when we solve for x, we get 9, or x squared, equals 9. Square root of 9 is plus minus 3. Just remember, the positive answer is the one that works. Moving on to number 3. If we rewrite it, they have a common base of 4. And addition turns back into multiplication. So log base 4 of x plus 3 times 2 minus x equals 1. And then just using the property of logs, 4 to the first power is equal to x plus 3 times 2 minus x. From here, it's just a regular old quadratic equation. Multiply those two binomials together and you get 2x squared, or 2x minus x squared plus 6 minus 3x. Combine like terms, 2x minus 3x is negative x, so we've got negative x squared minus x plus 6. And since it's quadratic, we want to set it equal to 0, so move all the terms over to the left. X squared plus x, and then 4 minus 6 is negative 2. And of course, the last step here would be to factor. So we're going to get x, well, 2 times 1 is 2. Okay, so the 2 needs to be positive. X plus 2 times x minus 1 is equal to 0. X plus 2 equals 0, so x equals negative 2. X minus 1 equals 0, so x equals 1. And x equals 1 is the answer, no negatives. Okay, in the last example, we're going to continue using law of logs. Log 3 x times x minus 6. They had a common base of 3. And then the property of logs, we're going to take 3 to the third power equals x times x minus 6. That's 27 equals x squared minus 6x. And solve it as a quadratic equation, so set it equal to 0, and then we're going to factor it. The factors of 27 is where you want to start. 9 times 3 And then since the middle term is negative, then the bigger number needs to be negative. That's why it's x minus 9. So x minus 9 equals 0, x equals 9, and x plus 3 equals 0, so x is equal to negative 3. And of course, we're not going to use the negative number.